Welcome to the Joosik Energetic Fantasy Football Show. Season 1, Episode 15. Recapping Week 9 of the 2018 NFL season. That's right. Can you believe that this is Episode 15? My very first season of writing, editing, filming, and producing my very own fantasy football show. I'm the only rapper in the world doing this. And that's verified. All right. So let's get down to business. Check this out. I'm going to tell you about a few fantasy football players, fantasy football stars, that I think you should use in your lineups. And I think you should use in your season-long leagues. And I think you should use in your DFS games, cash games, grand prize pools, all of that. Now, these players that I mentioned, they're not in the waiver wire. No. For your season-long league, they're not in the waiver wire. So you're going to have to trade up to get them. And they probably won't trade for them. But you got some hope in the DFS leagues. You can use all of these players that I named. Okay? And these are stars that have been going from week 1 up until week 9. Now, as I tell you about these stars, you can use them in week 10, which is coming up next week. All right? But you're going to see that everybody I name has been shining all season long. All right? So let's go there. Let's do that. I'm going to tell you about these stars right now. We ain't wasting no time. Because I'm Joosik Energetik, and I don't waste time. All right, here we go. These are my fantasy football superstars for week 9 that you should use in week 10. And then these stars have been shining from week 1 all the way up until week 9. All right? So I'm going to let you know who they are. Some you might know, some you might not know. That's my job to tell you that. Because I'm Joosik Energetic for the Joosik Energetic Fantasy Football Show. Season 1, Episode 15. That's 3 5s. All right, here we go. So, like I said, these are my fantasy football superstars for week 9. Now, Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes has 29 touchdowns, and he's thrown for 2,901 yards. Ben Roethlisberger. He has thrown 21 TDs. And he has thrown for 2,888 yards. Jared Goff has thrown for 20 TDs, 2,816 yards. Kirk Cousins has thrown for 17 TDs, 2,685 yards. Matt Ryan, 19 TDs, 2,685 yards. Woo! All of them quarterbacks are hot. Now, I got some quarterbacks of special mention. These are the super legends. You already know about these guys. Yak, you already know. Tom Brady, 17 TDs. 2,494 yards. Drew Brees, which is actually my fantasy football quarterback, one of them, has thrown for 18 TDs, 2,336 yards. Oh, did I forget to mention that I also own Ben Roethlisberger? That's right. So out of the quarterbacks that I've named you, I own 3 of them. I own Ben Roethlisberger in my season-long league. I own Kirk Cousins in my season-long league. And I own Drew Brees in my season-long league. Now, how is it possible that I own, let's see, I gave you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 quarterbacks, and I own 3 of them. You want to know why? Because I drafted right. Okay? Professional drafted. And I didn't take them in the first round, or the second round, third round, fourth round, fifth round, sixth round. I started taking my quarterbacks around 9, 10, maybe 11, 12. When you're supposed to take them. When you got to get your other draftables right. Get your other players right. Okay? You got to know how to draft in fantasy football. I'm laced with quarterbacks. And they all on this top list I just told you. Now, let's move on to the running backs. All these players that I named should be used trying to trade. Because right now, all these players I've named, they're not in the waiver wire. I guarantee you that. We can put money on that. Okay? Any amount of money you want to put on it, none of these players that I name are in the waiver wire. Okay? Now, that's a solid bet I could take to the window once they open up here in California. Because I'm good. I'm good. I'm one of the best handicappers ever. But that's another show. That's another time. We're talking about fantasy football right here and right now. Because I'm Joosik Energetik. And this is the Joosik Energetik Fantasy Football Show. Episode 1. All right? Episode 15. Season 1. Let me get that right. Season 1, episode 15. Yeah, live and direct. I don't need to edit that. Check that. So many episodes, I get tongue-tied. How many episodes you got? None. That's what I thought. Now let's go to the running backs. So these running backs I got right here. Todd Gurley. 12 touchdowns. 868 yards. James Conner, 10 TDs, 771 yards. Kareem Hunt, 7 TDs, 683 yards. Ezekiel Elliott, 3 TDs, 680 yards. Adrian All-Day Peterson, 4 TDs, 604 yards. Shout out to AP. Only veteran in the top list. They said he couldn't do it, but he doing it. All right. Now, I got a special running back that I like to mention, who is known to get more points than quarterbacks. This running back right here gets more points than quarterbacks week after week after week after week. He's outscoring quarterbacks. Where they do that at? When you got a running back that outscores quarterbacks, you should own him. Now, I'm going to tell you who he is right now. And I own him. Check it out. Alvin Samurai Kamara. Ha! Ginsu on you. Ha! 9 TDs. 490 yards for Alvin Kamara that I own. I drafted him as my very first player in the draft. And he has shined for me. He's only had 1 bad game out of 9 weeks. 1 bad game. And that game, he still brought double digits. I think it was like 10. His worst game. Okay? So I don't really consider that a bad game. But anyway, I got some wide receivers for you. Adam Thielen, 7 TDs, 947 yards. Baddest wide receiver in the game. Julio Jones, 1 TD, 933 yards. DeAndre Hopkins, 7 TDs, 894 yards. Michael Thomas, 5 TDs, 880 yards. Tyreek, the Freak Hill, 7 TDs, 774 yards. Now I got some wide receivers of honorable mention I'd like to mention. Antonio Brown, 10 TDs, 690 yards. Devontae Adams, 7 TDs, 730 yards. Everybody I just named, not in the waiver wire in your season long, but you can use them on DraftKings or FanDuel. Use them right, win yourself some cash. Okay? Win that millionaire maker. Put up $10 to win. Put up 20 to win $1 million. Don't hate on it. I ain't heard about none of these fantasy football hosts winning the millionaire maker. I only hear about people that probably listen to them. I'm talking about, I ain't naming no names. I haven't won it. But when I do, I hope I win it before all of these fantasy football hosts who've been hosting way before me, because this is season 1 for me. It's probably season 10 for them. But I've been playing for 12 years. This is just my first season hosting my own show. They've been hosting their own show, and they still haven't won the Millionaire Maker. I think DraftKings has been around for about 6-7 years. So, you fantasy football hosts out there, put up or shut up. Win that Millionaire Maker. Let us see what you got. Or you just hosting in vain. And afraid to make it rain. All right. I got some tight ends for you. Zach Ertz, 3 TDs, 644 yards. Travis Kelce, 6 TDs, 741 yards. George Kittle. He is the little George Kittle. 3 TDs, 692 yards. Shout out to the Littles cartoon that used to be on TV for the people of my age when we were young on ABC. If you don't know, you don't know. Jared Cook, 3 TDs, 494 yards. Eric Ebron, 7 TDs, 344 yards. Now I have a tight end of special mention I like to mention. He came from Philly, now he's in Chicago. Trey Burton, 5 TDs, 371 yards. I do have a running back that I need to say after all these players. He is the best white running back in the league. He's the only white running back in the league doing work, and I own him. Shout out to Christian McCaffrey. No need to say his yardage. No need to say none of that. Do research. I own him. Shout out to Christian McCaffrey. He's a part of that list. That's what I call unlisted priority. And he is not in the waiver wire because I own him in my league. You can use him on DFS though. All right. So there you have it. Those are my fantasy football stars. My fantasy football superstars for week 9 that you can use in week 10. And that these stars have been shining from week 1 all the way to week 9. You understand what I'm saying? All right. Because I'm Joosik Energetic. And this is the Joosik Energetic Fantasy Football Show. Season 1, episode 15. Recapping week 9 of the NFL 2018 season. All right. So, now I'm going to tell you if I won or lost my week 9 fantasy football game. Drum roll, kick in. Brrrr. I won! Yeah! I won my week 9 fantasy football game. Yes, I did. Now, I'm 5-4. 5-5-4. I'm trying to win the rest of my games. You understand what I'm saying? No lacking, no slacking. So right now, I'm going to take you to a video of me explaining how each one of my fantasy football players helped me win my fantasy football game in week 9. So let's go to that video right about now. This is Joosik Energetik for the Joosik Energetik Fantasy Football Show. Season 1, Episode 15. Recapping week 9. My week 9 victory. Now I'm 5-4 as it says right here. I'm going to show you how I got that victory by clicking on the past game. I'm in the Atlanta 12-team PPR 1906978, and I'm Joosik Energetik. There's my logo. It's a king, because I want to be king of this league at the end of the season, and I want to win it all. I ain't playing around. So in week 9, I went up against my opponent called 4MP, Russ Morgan. His record is now 2-7-0. He's not making the playoffs with a losing streak of 5. I'm 5-4 with a possibility of making the playoffs. Tied for second in the West. So here's how I beat 4MP in week 9. Drew Brees got me 31.4 points. Alvin Kamara got me 33.6 points. Christian McCaffrey got me 32.7 points. When's the last time you seen 3 players in a row get you 30 points, 30 points, and 30 points? I don't think I've ever seen that. That's a total of 90 points from 3 players. 93 points from 3 players. That is hands down one of the greatest trifectas I've ever seen of trifectas in fantasy football. Go down to Jordy Nelson. He got me 3.6 points. It's not going to do it, Jordy. Marquise Goodwin got me 2.3 points. Marquise Goodwin, that ain't going to work either. Y'all lucky I have 90 points from 3 players. Y'all looking to get sat on the bench or dropped in week 10. I ain't playing. I'm trying to win out. Austin Hooper got me 7.1 points. As a tight end, that's okay. You could have got double digits. Anything under double digits, I'm disappointed in. I need double digits from everybody, no matter what the position is. And then for Mark Ingram, got me 2.6. Mark Ingram is still kind of late to the league. He should be rounding up now. Next game should be better, because he didn't play his 4 preseason games, I don't think. Or if he did, he just need to get back right, Mark Ingram. Cowboys D got me 7 points. Thank you, Cowboys D. That was my stream of the week. And then my kicker, Kaheem Fairbairn, got me 8 points. So there you have it. And my MVPs for week 9 are Drew Brees, Alvin Kamara, and Christian McCaffrey. The first time I had a trifecta of MVPs. For all 3 of these guys got me over 30 points. That is simply amazing. Now, as I look over to 4MP's side, his only good player was Julio Jones, who brought him 25.1 points. So, there you have it. There's my week 9 victory. Feels so good to be a winner. I'm trying to win out and win this league, because I'm trying to be the king so they can crown me as king of the Atlanta 12-team PPR league. So, there's my fantasy football victory explanation video. And this has been Joosik Energetik for the Joosik Energetik Fantasy Football Show, Season 1, Episode 15. And I'm out. Peace. Thank you for watching my fantasy football victory explanation video. Oh, it feels good to win. It feels so good to be a winner. I hate being a loser. I'm trying to win this whole league. The Atlanta 12-team PPR, whatever the number is. All right? All right. So, this has been Joosik Energetik for the Joosik Energetik Fantasy Football Show, Season 1, Episode 15, recapping Week 9. And I'm out. Peace.